how this whole thing works. Let's go to Paul Millsap. Joins us on the Progressive Insurance Celebrity Hotline. And Paul had a great year with the Hawks, and you saw something really starting to build down in Atlanta. Paul, tell us about it was kind of got special. You start to feel something. You're building something down there.
Oh, most definitely. I feel like our team is becoming one of those teams. People don't want to play. They're really building something with the core group that we have. We have a lot of room, a lot of space to add more. But we feel real comfortable with our team going into this next year.
Paul, when you talk about what you guys were able to achieve this year and kind of traveling under the radar, is that good or bad for a team in your opinion in a market such as Atlanta? Is it good to be under the radar, or do you want to be noticed? What are your thoughts?
I think it's good to be flying on the radar. Nobody really knows, who we are, and what we bring to the table. And that's good. We're surprised a lot of people last year. I'm sure, we're not going to be under the radar this year, because of what we did last year. So, I guess you build up to that.
When did you start to sense it last year? Because you could tell when things are starting to come together.
Right. Be honest with you, man. When we all got together, the first days in training camp, we felt like our team could be a playoff caliber team, a team that can go deep in the playoffs. We felt that within. We don't care what everybody else thought about us, but we knew if we all spent the time together, got adjusted to each other, what our capabilities are, and it's just continuing to get better from there.
What lessons have you learned after playing so many years with Utah and being on the West? What lessons have you learned to be able to take to the Eastern Conference with Atlanta?
Because it's two different styles of play. The East is now actually more up pace, up tempo. I feel like if we played that style of basketball, we'll be all right. Playing with pace, and the coaches are implementing it into the system. We love it.
Just curious, Paul, how do you see, because we're looking at free agents and the whole thing, and and all the talk is about LeBron and does he opt out and where does he go? Do you follow along at all? Do you pay attention to that drama?
I mean, it's all over TV, so you can't help but pay attention to it. But it has nothing to do with me.
What would you say? Like, if you were advising LeBron, I'm just curious. Stay with, because Pat Riley said, "Yo, dude, you man up," and basically said, you should stay. This is how we do things. Or would you want him to go to Atlanta?
We love him to have him in for sure. But my advice, come to Atlanta if you don't like that idea. Man up, man. Finish what you started.
That's funny that you said it. Man up, finish what you started. What does that mean to today's athlete? Because you hear it thrown around, but yet you still see guys trying to get in where they could probably the easiest way for them to get a championship. Like he lost a lot of respect amongst guys when he jumped from Cleveland to Miami, even though some people understood it. It's like, dude, if you want to man up, win a championship at Cleveland. You don't go somewhere else where they've already got it in play or a possibility in play. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, it's two different aspects. You can take it at that approach, just manning up and trying to do it yourself, or you can be smart and try to team up with somebody else. There's two different ways you can look at it. He chose to team up with other guys, which is okay. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to win a championship.
Talking to Paul Millsap. All right, so here's what I want you to do, because we're the one with the fellas, right? And you had a terrific. You played amazing with the Jazz. Now you're playing terrific with the Hawks. What's the difference between Utah and Atlanta?
You're not serious right now, are you?
I can't believe he asked him.
Well, you know why? Because I went to Utah. It was Jazz, and it was Jazz Bulls, and I was covering the finals, right? And it's the first time I had ever been to Utah. And I remember going, and I'm an East Coast guy, right? So I go in, and you had to buy like a membership for one of these joints and stuff. And I remember like the streets looked so clean. It was like, wow, Salt Lake, look how clean it is. And it was so interesting. Like it was like being on a different planet. Now, I've been to Atlanta
Right.
a million times, and that's kind of like more the speed that I was used to. So I just wonder from your perspective.
Well, from my perspective, from a person who don't know where Utah is or don't have a clue what Utah is about, Utah is actually a wonderful state. Salt Lake City was great. Like you said, it's clean. You look around, you see nothing but mountains. For an outdoors person, that's your feeling. That's your lifestyle. So, but to me, it was good to me. But it's definitely two different, completely opposite places.
Let's put it mildly. I like it. Well, man, I tell you what, after being an all-star, you're definitely one of the players on the map, and it's been a great testament to your work ethic because you certainly well deserve and we look for future things out of you, man. Really appreciate having you today.
No problem, man. Thank you guys, man. I sure appreciate it.
That was cool, man. Thanks, brother. Take it easy. Paul Millsap joins us on the Progressive Celebrity Insurance Hotline. It's always fun, right?
It's fun.